The gap between where you are right now and where you need to be is simply a growth gap. I can assure you that there are things you do not know right now that if you know, you will not be at the level that you are. What is personal development? I would like to start with this quote by Tracy. Brian Tracy says, the better you become, the less time it takes you to achieve your goals and objective. How accurate that statement is. The truth is, becoming a better version of yourself makes you live a better life, helps others around you also live a better life. Personal development is simply self-improvement. That's the shortest term I can use, self-improvement. Any intentional step or effort you make in improving yourself is personal development. So you take certain conscious steps, engage certain habits, make certain efforts in becoming a better version of yourself. That is what personal development is all about. The more you grow, the less you limit God. You can agree with me that when you were in nursery 1 plus 1 was probably an exam question. And there were children that failed 1 plus 1. But guess what? Over time, when you grew past that level, if someone were to give you 1 plus 1 as an exam question, you will laugh. What happened to you? You grew. And that's the importance of personal development. As you grow, you start seeing certain challenges as molehills. And that's why it's important as individuals, as organizations, as corporate persons in our business, in different areas of your life, to be committed to personal development. And you see, you have to be intentional about growing yourself, about developing yourself. It takes intentionality, it takes time, it takes commitment, it takes patience to grow as a person, to develop yourself as an individual. And you see, living throughout life, engaging in different activities does not guarantee growth. Now, I love what John Maxwell said. He said, if you focus on goals, you may hit them, but that doesn't guarantee growth. But when you focus on growth, you will grow and always meet your goals. I've seen people that are always goal-centric. It's beautiful to have goals and visions, ambitions, and things you want to achieve in this life. But you see, you must also have a system of growth that helps you becoming a better version that can future in that future you desire. And that's what growth and personal development is all about. Okay, engaging in activities that changes how you think, engaging in activities that affect how you feel, engaging in activities that affects the quality of the decisions and actions that you take. And let me say this, personal development is a lifelong process. It is not a destination, it's a journey. All right, it's a journey because you move from one level to the other. As you get to that level, you discover that, oh, there are certain things I do not know. You move to the next level. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gotten to a point where, let's say you're having a conversation with someone and something just dawned on you, you say, oh, I wish I knew this thing 3 years ago. Let me tell you, that is a sign that you are growing. Because if you are not growing, you're not accessing new information. You are not growing in your mind. Your psychology is not changing. Each of us at every point in our life are exposed to different information, different environment, different network, and all these things come together to affect our personal growth and development. And personal growth and development is not just limited to a particular area, okay? It cuts across every area of our lives. Areas of personal development include growth in your character. We all know that character is very important. Okay, character determines the quality of your personality. Simply the quality of your personality, all right, is who you are when no one is looking at you. Growth in your character is very important. Growth in competence and skill. Okay, what do you know how to do? You need to grow yourself in that thing. Growth in your Relationship, that's relational growth, very, very important. Growth in your finances, very, very important. Growth in business, growth in career, okay. Many other areas of personal growth and development. And let me say this, as you journey in personal growth and development, certain things begin to unfold to you. Okay, you become more self-aware of your strengths and your weaknesses, and as you begin to make adjustments, it begins to improve the quality of your life. It begins to improve the quality of your personality. You become more attractive to people. Why is personal development important? Why is it important to you? Why is it important to me? Why is it important to anybody out there? It's important because the gap between where you are right now and where you need to be is simply a growth gap. It's simply a growth gap. I can assure you that there are things you do not know right now that if you know, you will not be at the level that you are. That's why I call it growth gap. Simply growth gap. Where you are, where you want to be, which is like your future, your visions, your ambition, where you want to get at. In between, there's what we call a growth gap. Do you know that in your relationship right now, where you are versus where you need to be, there's a gap in between, which is growth. You need to grow to understand how relationships work, for you to succeed in relational life. Finances too, the same thing. You need to grow in your knowledge on how to manage and multiply money for you to be successful financially. In business and career, you need to grow, acquire certain knowledge on knowing how to manage your businesses for you to succeed in business. And that's why I said the gap between where you are and where you need to be is a growth gap. That tells you why personal growth is very important. Paying attention to the things you need to do, knowing that where I am going right now, there is a better version of me that needs to future there. So when I become better, things get better. When I become better, I do well. When I become better, the quality of my life becomes better. And that is why personal development is very important. I can talk about many reasons why you need to grow, many reasons why you need to develop yourself. You know, I heard someone say this, and let me say that as you grow, 3 major things happen to you. Number 1, your psychology begins to change. Your psychology is simply how you think, how you process, how you interpret life. Okay, the mirror or the lens through which you view life. Okay, your perception about life, what you think, what goes on in your mind. And the person says, as you begin to grow, something begins to happen to the quality of your thoughts. And I agree. And you all will agree with me that the way you're thinking right now is different from how you were thinking, let's say 6 months ago, let's say 1 year ago. Okay, it's not the same. Something has happened to your mind. Why? Because you have accessed certain information, you have got to know yourself, and you have developed yourself over time. So your psychology changes. So you talk about 3 things. Number 1, something happens to your psychology. Number 2, something happens to how you manage your emotions. So you become more emotionally intelligent, because when you engage in the journey of personal development, you get to understand your emotions and you begin to learn how to manage it. And then number 3, something happens to your decision-making processes and actions. Because we all know that the quality of your thoughts affects how you feel, and how you feel over time begins to dictate the kind of decisions you take. But you see, as you begin to grow and develop, the quality of your decisions becomes more accurate. Something happens to your decision-making process. It becomes more optimal. And you begin to take the right actions. So personal growth, personal development is important, is critical for us achieving our desired goals and ambition. As we go ahead, as I begin to release certain videos around this personal growth and development, you get to understand why personal growth and development, and you get to understand how you can set up systems that can help you become committed, become consistent in achieving personal growth and development.